Today on Doodle Draw Art, we're going to draw a unicorn. This is a request from Haley and Cassandra. We're going to start off by drawing an oval for the body, and then we're going to show where the rump is with another oval going down. And then for the leg sections, some more ovals pointing in the directions of the legs. This is the behind leg. And I see that I made my first oval too big, so I'm just going to fix that. This is why we work with pencil. We can fix anything if we make a mistake with pencil. That looks better. And now this is the back leg from the front, and this is the near leg, bending more in a bit of an elegant pose. And now here's the neck. And she's going to be looking over her back, so I'll draw an oval for the head pointing towards the back, and that's where the neck will end. And now the horn will go in this general direction, and my unicorn's going to have a flowing mane, very long, and a really flowy tail. So I'm just drawing a rough sketch idea of where I want these to go. I'm going to get her tail to curve right in front of her back leg. Alright, so that's the rough sketch. There's the end of the nose. Alright, let's start to fill in some lines here. You might want to do a bit of erasing as you go. So under the chin and up over the nose. And then the brow will come down toward the nose with a gentle curve. And we'll put a nostril here. You can only see one. And a little smile. The eye is going to go right around here. And here I'll sketch in the horn. Up and back down. And of course there'll be swirling lines from the tip to the head. And now an ear. And the back of the neck, coming down to the chest, and then the back leg. And the chest is going to start here. We'll see a little bit of it underneath and up towards the back leg. Now we'll draw in this back leg, and we'll go right there, yes. We'll start right there and draw the back and up over. That looks good. And you can keep on fixing and refining your lines as you go. I'm going to outline the back leg now, bending forward and backward, and forward again, down to the hoof. And the front leg, same idea. I'm going to make that a little bit rounder. Alright, around the back end, up over the tail. Now this is the fun part. You get to make all sorts of curving lines to make the tail very flowing and swooping. It's hair, so it's a little unpredictable. And now we'll just go to the front leg, figure out where that should start, bring it down, and around the knee. Now she's just got her front leg resting on the ground, some fur, and then the hoof. Alright, she's starting to come together. Just fix the chest here so I can see all these lines. And now let's add her mane. It's going to curve down. Some tendrils of hair coming from just in front of her ear. Curving around her neck. Coming from behind now. very curly. This will make more sense when we go over it with our final lines. For now, we're just giving the effect of some curls, some hair flying in the wind magically. Yeah, I think that's too long. We'll just fix this as we go. This is the first time I've drawn a unicorn, and it's a lot of fun. So again, long hair, all the way to the ground, coming from her mane, and curling down to points every time. I think that's the secret. Every piece of hair will have a point when it gets farthest away. I'm just going to fix her horn a little bit here. I think it should be a little straighter. And I'm going to do some work around the face here. I think I'm just going to adjust this eye. I'm not really happy with the location. Now that I've got all of the mane drawn in, I feel like it should be down a bit lower. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So now I have all of my pencil marks done. I'm going to come back with a fine line Sharpie and finalize all of my final lines. I'm going to go a bit quickly through this in time lapse, so you don't need to see me make all these lines again. She's really starting to come to life. Nice. Now we get to erase all of our sketch marks and see our final work. Beautiful. It's amazing how that all starts off with ovals. Now, I've chosen a gold crayon as the primary color for my unicorn. I'm going to use gold and white and gray and a little bit of copper just for shading. So here I'm using a gray crayon to give some shadows to my unicorn. Her body's going to be white, and the gray will give us the shapes and her contours of her body. So just going around the edges in all the places where there would be some shadows. And now I'm going to color her white right over the gray and blending it a little bit as I go. And now it's time to color her mane and her tail, and I'm starting off with yellow. And the yellow is going to give a golden glow to her highlights. And now I'm going to go back and add some gray where I see maybe needs a bit more in her ears. And now I'm going to start in with gold. All of the tips of her mane and her tail are going to have gold. And I'll also put gold along the lines that I drew in black, giving them more color and depth. But I'm not going to fill it in with gold. I'm just going to detail it with gold. More at the edges, more at the base. Now I'll do some white over top, and again blending the gold into the yellow with my white crayon. So now I'm going to add blue and dark blue in the eye, and I'm not exactly happy with this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scratch it off with my thumbnail. And when I scratch off the color, it'll all the wax will come off, but it will still be colored underneath. And now I'm going to use my black Sharpie and really make that pupil black. I couldn't get enough black with just my crayon, so you should go in right away with Sharpie and do the inside of her eye with the Sharpie. And now I'm just going to fill in again with some blue crayon, which of course you can just do the once after adding the black Sharpie. Sharpie doesn't color very well over wax, which is why I've had to go back in. Alright, some gold on the hoofs. There, she's really coming to life. And now I'm going to color a blue sky behind my unicorn. And this is going to help pop out the gold even more, because blue and yellow are nice contrasting colors. And just a few more details, darkening up some of the gold effects. Great, I hope you've enjoyed watching me draw this unicorn today, and I hope you drew one too. And if you would please comment, rate, and subscribe, that would be fabulous. And if you've drawn this unicorn and you're on Instagram, please post a picture and tag me in it. I'd love to see your work.